Three strikes and you're out. That's very common scenario in baseball. But when it comes to having your car being stolen, it's very sad news to take. I have read more news on this incident and I would like to share it with all of you. Hey, it's LSFT here today, and today I'm here to revisit the news with the stolen LEXUS RX350h, and this is the new generation. This is not the previous generation that has been stolen a lot, so I think that's where the red flag is. I have read another article from driving.ca, which you're seeing on the screen, and I will provide the link in the description below. And what it really says is it seems like there's more information on what has happened. And I would think that you as owners of RX-NX owners with the new generation would be interested to know how on earth did they steal the RX350h. There has been rumors that Lexus has done more to protect the CanBus, and meaning the way that they're stealing the current RXs are a lot harder to steal. But does that mean that they are bulletproof? Well, I would say no vehicle on the market is bulletproof and cannot be stolen. Even if you have the IGLA system installed, it could still be stolen. It's just harder. And when you look at it, the harder it gets, then hopefully they will not come and steal your vehicle. Follow me on Instagram at LSFT Videos. You can see updates on my experience with the NX 450h Plus, which may not be shown on any future videos. You can also reach out to me via direct messaging if you have any questions on your Lexus. If you like this video, you can provide me feedback in the comments below, like this video, and share it with your friends. This definitely will help me with the YouTube algorithms. Press the subscribe button and bell icon and get notified when new videos show up. And lastly, if you want to support me further, you can provide me a super thanks, which is greatly appreciated. And now let's continue with the video. So let's go through this article and then let's see what my 2 cents are from this article and really try to dissect a little bit more information. So Laureen Summerfield, she actually wrote this article, as giving them credit for this, and saying that the customer's second Lexus was stolen. So I said 3 strikes. It's because he got 3 cars being stolen. My understanding is the first one is a Toyota and the other 2 is a Lexus. All right. So then we all know that he was asked to remove the security system that he installed because there was electrical issues with the vehicle. So let's continue down and see what this says. I think this also says what we've seen in other vehicles I've made. It says that they had a brand new Lexus RX350, voided the dealership, and the dealership demanded them to remove the IGLA system so that they can actually get it fixed. But then they're saying that there was a warranty issue because it's not covered because there was an issue that the installation of the IGLA had caused the issue. So let's scroll down and see here. There's more information saying that, okay, so it's been 2 weeks after they got to the dealership and removed the system and the car was stolen. Okay. And we said the Wilson Heights location on 401, and both cars were actually stolen in the same parking lot. This is, I think, one important piece of information that we see here. They're saying that they're trying to contend with the threatened loss of the warranty for a problem he and at least one other Toyota dealer. So he actually found another Toyota dealer who believed that it was caused not by the installation of the aftermarket alarm, but by a production error during manufacture. He was told that the ECU, the electronic control unit pins, not part of the wiring harness, were loosened or damaged. So we see that now we finally got a little bit more information about this issue. And these pins were fixed at a second dealership. The alarm system, the IGLA, is one of the several that are highly recommended by law enforcement, insurance companies, and many dealerships themselves, and it was installed by a legitimate installer who does the work for other customers and dealerships alike. So we all do know that this is something that it's a known installer It is a system that well known, and we just don't know what the problem is. But here it does give you a little bit more insight. They're saying that it's possible that it was a production error and it was related to the pins of connecting to the ECU and not the wiring harness. So after being out of pocket $4,000, they were told that they had to pay $12,000 for a new harness and have his warranty restored. The part was on back order when the vehicle was stolen. I didn't see another way out of this. He said the new harness and out-of-pocket costs. So he was actually waiting for the harness. So the thing is, the car was working fine after the pins were fixed, and it was stolen because it was unprotected. So that's what the owner said. So they fixed the pins to the ECU, and everything was working. And then when they were waiting for the replacement of the wire harness, that a vehicle reported functioning just fine without further delaying the reinstallation of the alarm that would prevent theft, and it's gone. I think this is where the most interesting thing is. Can you tell if your vehicle is being targeted by a theft? So, an interesting note on the most recent theft. He said that he noticed that the key cover in the door handle of the driver's side was missing before the vehicle was stolen. It's a tiny cover that they moved to open the door manually with a key. He compared photos that had run in the media days earlier and realized it was missing. So it does look like they probably had already targeted his car. But trying to get to the CanBus, probably they couldn't. So then what did they do? They plucked off the key and the cover and probably tried to get into the car, but they couldn't. So they had to come back another day. So I think this gives us a little sense of they did not do this through a CanBus attack. Probably they actually reprogrammed a key through the OBD port. So they got into the car through breaking the key, getting in, getting through the lock, and then just going into the OBD port and programming a secondary key. Keep in mind the VIN number is displayed, and they can actually get information based on the VIN number to reprogram the key. Another thing is, even if you covered the VIN, your license plate could actually be reverse engineered. So based on your license plate, you can actually go and find the VIN number. So you can't really prevent that. So even with a steering wheel lock, they can cut the lock. There's just so many options for them to steal your car. But with that key covered moved off, it means that someone has already gone and tried to get into your vehicle. So another thing that I would say everybody should be aware of is the driver's side wheel well. If you've noticed there's damage, meaning someone has tried to cut through and try to get into the headlight wires, if you see there's damage there, meaning someone could have attempted to try to do a CanBus attack as well. And then missing the car, the key cover, that is another thing that you need to look at. All right, so this is interesting information that we found in this article talking about possible ways of them trying to steal your vehicle. So then we continue to see here, it says car theft continues in Ontario, and this is just other information about, more cars are being stolen day after day. So I'm just going to continue to go down. This actually explains more about the information. And I think there is another information about this incident here. So they're saying that he had one more hurdle on his stolen Lexus. So at the time of purchase, he inquired about additional theft protection, like alarm systems he had installed. Some dealers offer this, much as others offer like rust protection or extended warranty, but his dealer did not offer this alarm system. But they did offer something called itching package. So this is a package that is sold to prevent theft, and the vehicle's unique VIN number is etched onto various parts of the car to make identification easier if it's stolen. It's a cash grab, but they do make it attractive. So paying $400 to $500 for itching, which costs them a few bucks. If your vehicle is stolen and not recovered, you will be paid $5,000. That's great, right? It sounds like, okay, so it's just like a different type of insurance. But when you look at it, you pay $400 or $500 and you can get $5,000 back. It sounds good, but there is a fine print. So the fine print says that the $5,000 will go towards a vehicle that he must purchase from the dealer, which he no longer trusts and doesn't want to do business with. So this entire thing is like, okay, he bought it for $400 to $500, but he doesn't want to use it because he doesn't want to get another Lexus, or he doesn't even want to get anything from this dealership. So he's saying that, well, you should never rely on a verbal answer. Everything that needs to be written on paper, especially when you buy like vehicles, house, and anything that is big, like even extremely expensive renovations like your kitchen or bathrooms and all that. Everything must be written on paper, because if not, now it's like you said so, he said, she said. It doesn't really do much. So now what happens? Well, the owner said he's planning to leave that $5,000 on the table and just walk away, because reality is they're going to buy a Mercedes. So there we have it. This is more information about the vehicle theft and really how they actually got into the vehicle. So there are a few ways to prevent vehicles from being stolen, right? One is the IGLA system. There is the kill switch, which actually kills the power switch. You have to actually toggle it on in order for it to start. And then there is like the more traditional ways, having an OBD lock to lock the OBD port, to have a steering wheel lock to lock it, to make sure that it could actually be there. And reality is all these things can still be removed by the person who wants to steal your vehicle. The only thing is, if there's an RX here that has all that installed versus another one right beside it, it will pick that other one. Unfortunately, it seems like there's high demand for RXs in Africa or other places in that area, and it seems like this is not stopping. So anybody who owns an RX, please make sure you park your car in the garage if you can, and if you have stuff in the garage, clear it out, move it away, and just put your car in there. Another thing is, do have a steering wheel lock. If you're going to park in these parking lots, make sure you park in a well-lit area. And if you really have to park your car in these type of parking lots for a long period of time, unfortunately, yes, you're going to park it there, drive down, like take the subway, get to work, and come back at 5. So at least there's 8 hours of that car just sitting there. If the thief cannot steal it today, they'll come back tomorrow and give it another try until they actually be able to steal it. So that's unfortunate, and hopefully TDC can do better in securing the lots, and also we all need to do a better job. And unfortunately, I think it's not us as owners who need to do a better job, it's also the car manufacturers and also the government from stopping this from happening. So there we have it, more information about it, and hopefully you found that this video was informative, and thank you for driving.com and Laureen for writing such a great article, giving us more information about how this car was stolen, and that there were some traces that allowed us to know that it definitely didn't look like it was a CanBus attack. Because if it was a CanBus attack, there is no need to pop open that key cover. They can actually just unlock the car, start the car easily, and it seems like that did not happen. I hope you found that this video was informative, and until next video, keep your car safe and you drive safely. Thank you for watching. If you liked this video, please comment, like, share this video, and if you want to see more videos like this, you can subscribe to my channel and press that bell icon to get notified when new videos are posted. And if you'd like to support this channel, you can provide me a super thanks. And until next time, cheers.